Okay. Good morning, all. I am Pushpa Ankare from Dhara BTC Municipal English Secondary School. Welcomes you all in live statewide online lecture for Standard 10th. Today, we are continuing with the subject Science and Technology Part 2. Before jumping on the subject, I would like to give some instructions to you all, and you all have to follow those. First of all, keep your mic on mute mode. Kindly raise your hand if you want to ask a question, want to ask a doubt, or want to give an answer. Kindly mute your mic again after giving your answer, asking your question, or after asking a doubt. Keep your notebook and pen handy to write down some points. Do not make use of mobile while it's charging. And lastly, update your Zoom profile by writing your name, your school name, your standard, your division, so that we can recognize you easily. Okay, students, let us begin with our favorite subject, that is Science and Technology Part 2. We will begin with the revision, whatever we have studied in the previous lecture. Okay, so in that, we have started with the lesson number 3, that is life processes in living organism, part 2. And today's is the second section. Okay. Now, in that, we have studied about the life. What is life? What are the processes? So, life, we have studied about the characteristics of life. And to survive in this world, we need our body performs such activities. Those are known as life processes. Okay. So, there are some essential life processes like respiration, nutrition, excretion, circulation, excretion, control and coordination. Okay, so these are essential life processes to live. Okay, then we have learned about the reproduction, the formation of new organism of same species by earlier existing organism is called as reproduction. Okay, means one organism giving birth to the new organism and it is maintaining the continuity of the species is known as reproduction. It is one of the various important characteristics of living organism. It is one of the main important characteristics. Because of that, the continuity of the species is maintained in the ecosystem. It is also one of the various reasons responsible for evolution of the species. As we know that heredity and evolution, in that chapter we have learned how the evolution has taken place. Because of reproduction, we get the new species. Now there are two types of reproduction, that is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Then what is asexual reproduction? Asexual reproduction means the process of formation of new organism by an organism of same species without involvement of gametes is called as asexual reproduction. Means what are the gametes where the female and male, these both parents are needed to produce a new organism, that is known as sexual reproduction. But in asexual reproduction, we don't need gametes. We doesn't need any female gamete and male gamete. Only a single parent can give rise to a new organism, same identical to the parent cell. It is known as asexual reproduction. So again, I'm saying it, the process of formation of new organism by an organism of same species without involvement of a gamete is called as a sexual reproduction. Now see, what are the significance of the say asexual reproduction? Is a asexual reproduction is uniparental. Uniparental means what? It has only one parent. Okay, only one parent is required for the production of new organism. So it is uniparental, where the genetic material, whatever the genetic material we are, sorry, sorry, I'm doing it again. So, uh, sorry for the interruption. We were going to the reproduction types of reproduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In that, the gamete, whatever the parent cell is giving rise to the new daughter cell or new parent, new plant, where the genetic material which is exactly similar to the parent plant. Okay, in this picture you can see in asexual reproduction a single parent is giving rise birth to the new one, where the genetic material is exactly similar. Absence of genetic recombination is a drawback of asexual reproduction, and fast process is an advantage. Means it is a very fast process compared to the sexual reproduction, where in a shorter period of time you can get a new many individuals. Okay, and absence of genetic recombination, where the genetic recombination is not taking place, because of that the same new organism is getting produced with the help of mitotic cell division. Now, there are types of sexual or sexual reproductions. These are fission, fragmentation, budding, regeneration, vegetative propagation, spore formation. So let us see fission. Fission means what? The single organism, a parent organism, is getting divided into two. Okay. Budding means a small bulge or bud is appearing on the parent cell, and that is giving rise to the new cell, new organism. Okay. Now we'll talk about the regeneration, where the re- uh, a single organism is getting cut into different parts, and that part is getting developed into full organism, that is known as regeneration. Vegetative propagation, where you will find here the potato has a nose, or you can say eyes. From there you can get a new plant growing over there, so it is called as a vegetative propagation. And the spore formation, where the fungus produces on the wheat bread or bhakri, you can see that they are reproduced by the spore formation. These are the types of asexual reproduction. In that, today we are going to talk about the asexual reproduction in unicellular organism. This is our today's topic. Now see here, I have shown you the pictures of unicellular organisms. See here, you can see the unicellular organisms. Now, see what is unicellular organism. Uni means what? Uni means one, and cellular means the cells, made up of cells. So uni means one, and it is made up of organism is made up of only one cell, is called as unicellular organism. Here you can see this is a amoeba, this is paramecium, and this is a euglena, where they are made up of only one cell. They are performing all the body activity with this only one cell. That is why they are known as unicellular, or they can also called as a single celled animals. Okay. Today we are going to learn about this unicellular organisms, how the asexual reproduction is taking place in unicellular organisms. These unicellular organisms like paramecium, amoeba, euglena, and this is a mitochondria. This is present inside the animal cell, mitochondria, where energy is getting produced, and these are the chloroplasts present in the plants. Here also they are also produced with the help of this type of reproduction. We will learn in the detail. So first type is fission. It is a type of asexual reproduction known as fission. So let us learn more about the fission. Before learning about the fission, I would like to give you one activity. Like, take a conical flask. This is a conical flask. Why it is conical flask? Because it is a conical in shape, and you have to collect some water. Okay, you have to collect some stagnant water in the conical flask. What is stagnant water? Stagnant waters means non-flowing, non-running aquatic water. It should be little bit of dirty water, you can say, or dull water. You have to collect that water in a conical flask. Okay, then you have to add some wheat grain into it, as well as some aquatic plants into it. What you did, you took a conical flask, you collected some stagnant water in it, you added some wheat grains and some aquatic plants into that. Next, what you have to do, you have to wait for 4 days. You have to keep it that aside and you have to wait for 4 days. And early in the morning of the fourth day, what you have to do, you will observe this water and you will take a clean glass slide. Okay? You have to keep this clean glass slide, and what you will do then, you have to take a drop of that water from conical flask on this slide. Okay. First of all, you took the conical flask, you collected the stagnant water, you added wheat grain, aquatic plants into that, you waited for 4 days, and early in the morning of the fourth day, you observed the water and took a one drop of a water on this clean glass site. Okay. Then, next, what you did, you covered that drop with the cover slip with the help of this pointer without forming a bubble inside this. Okay. You have to place a cover slip on it. And then what you have to do, you have to observe the slide under the compound microscope. What you will observe that fully grown paramecia divides their body into two parts to form two smaller paramecia. Here you can see this is a structure of paramecia which is getting divided into two. A fully grown paramecia dividing his body into two. So, wait. Huh. In this compound microscope, you will find this. So now we will go for, this is nothing but the fission, and this is called as a binary fission. Bi means two and fission means division. So when a parent cell or parent organism is dividing into two, that is known as a binary fission. So here are some examples, that is by bacteria, amoeba, paramecium, glina, mitochondria, which is present inside the animal cell, and chloroplast, which are present in the plant cell. They all perform this binary fission. Okay, they reproduce by binary fission. Bi means two, binary means two. They are, one animal is getting divided into two animals. Okay. Now see, fission, it occurs in a single cell organisms belonging to the kingdom Protista and Monera. It is further divided into two types. Fission means single cell organism, they dividing into two and forming a two new organisms. And fission has a two types, that is of binary fission and multiple fission. So let us start with the binary fission. What is binary fission? Binary fission is the mode of reproduction in amoeba. In this process, one parent cell is dividing into two equal daughter cells. Binary fission occurs when environmental conditions are favorable, that is, when there is a plenty of food and water at suitable temperature. Just now I told you binary fission means dividing itself into two division. So whenever you are talking about the protist, or you can say unicellular organism, here I have mentioned the amoeba. Amoeba shows the reproduction by binary fission. So amoeba, the unicellular organism itself divide into two to give rise to two new amoeba, that is known as binary fission. Okay. And when this binary fission is taking place, when there is a environment conditions are favorable. Favorable means what? There should be a plenty of food material is available, water is available, and suitable temperature is available. At that time, this binary fission is taking place. See here, I have shown you a picture where the amoeba is splitting into two, where they are having a abundant number of food material, and they are having a plenty of water and good environmental temperature. So binary fission is usually performed by living organism during favorable conditions. What are the favorable conditions? Where there should be a food material, abundant food material, water and temperature should be there. Here in this picture, you can see amoeba, how it is moving. See, it is moving. These are the movements of amoeba. What he is doing, he has not a definite shape. Amoeba doesn't have a shape. So he moves whenever he, whatever in direction he, what he do, he produces extending his pseudopodia. You can see here the pseudopodia in a circle, and this pseudopodia, with the help of this pseudopodia, nothing but the false feet, you can say, they are moving ahead and ahead. Here you can see how the amoeba is grabbing the food material. He is extending his pseudopodia. See, he is extending his pseudopodia around the food material, and that food is getting digested in this body, a unicellular organism. It is a one cell organism. Whatever he needs, he takes out, and whatever the remaining, he thrown out of the body. So this is a amoeba which does not have a specific shape. Okay. Now see, the axis of fission or division is different in different protist. Means the where he can divide himself. Axis of division, axis of fission. So amoeba has no definite shape. So he can cut himself or divide himself in any plane. So see, here he can go longitudinally, he can divide himself longitudinally, he can divide himself transversely, okay, as well as in any direction he can divide himself. Why? Because he has no definite shape. When you're talking about the paramecium, see here the paramecia has a particular shape. It is like a shoe. So when he will divide himself, he will divide himself in transversely. Okay, it is a transverse section. And you, if you talk about this euglena also has a definite shape, and it has a flagella, and he will divide himself longitudinally. Okay, so axis of fission or division is different in different protists. Got this much? These are the axis. Amoeba in any plane, paramecium in transverse, and euglena in longitudinal way. See again, I would just want to show you the amoeba, how it is getting divided into two. You can see the amoeba is performing activity. He is moving. He is extending his pseudopodia and he is moving ahead. He has no definite shape. So here I have written, due to lack of specific shape, amoeba divides in any plane. Any planes, just now I showed you the axis. He may go vertically, transversally, or in any direction. Here it is a parent amoeba, it is getting stretched. The nucleus division is taking place here. Nucleus, whatever the amoeba is having nucleus, it is getting divided into two. And then the whatever the cytoplasm is there, that is also getting divided into two. So amoeba is a parent cell is giving rise birth to the two daughter amoebas. And these two daughter amoebas also matures and become a amoeba to reproduce again. So this type of binary fission is known as simple binary fission. Simply he divides himself in any plane or in any direction. Okay, so this is known as binary fission. Got this much? Let us move for the next one. That is paramecium. See here, paramecia, you can see the structure of paramecia. Paramecia has a shape, it is a shoe shape, and you can say it is a unicellular organism, where you can see he is also a unicellular organism, single cell organism. He is dividing himself by transverse method. Transfer axis means he has a definite shape, so he divides himself transversely. The paramecia divides across the transverse plane. Here in this slide, you can see he is getting transversely divided into two and forming a fully matured paramecia to fully matured paramecia. So in this way, the transverse binary fission, this binary fission where the paramecium is dividing himself transversely, is known as transverse binary fission. You have to keep these words in mind. You may get questions based on these words. Okay. So he amoeba, I'm talking about the amoeba. Amoeba doesn't have a specific shape. So he divides in any plane. That is why that is known as simple binary fission. But in paramecia, if you compare the paramecia, paramecia has a shape, shoe shape, and he divides himself transversely. and he gave rise to the two new paramecia. So this is a transverse binary fission. Getting this much? Now moving to the next, that is Euglena. Here see, I have shown you the Euglena, activities of Euglena, how he is moving ahead. Okay, it has a flagella. It has a definite shape also. Euglena is also a single cell animal organism, unicellular organism, and he divides himself longitudinally, means in a vertical axis. So longitudinally, when he divides, again he is all this, whatever he is having, nucleus and cytoplasm, it is getting divided into two in longitudinal plane or in a longitudinal plane. So that is, this binary fission is known as longitudinal binary fission. So Euglena divides across the longitudinal plane. That is why it is known as longitudinal binary fission. So you may get a question, Euglena divides by which binary fission? So you have to give an answer that longitudinal binary fission. So got this much? The binary fission is a type of asexual reproduction, and it has three types in unicellular organism. That is, one is simple binary fission, second is transverse binary fission, and third is longitudinal binary fission. Simple binary fission is taking place in amoeba, transverse binary fission is taking place in paramecia, and longitudinal binary fission is taking place in the Euglena. Okay. Now, second type of asexual reproduction is multiple fission. Okay. Now, see what is multiple fission. The name itself says multiple. Multi means more than one. Multiple fission. So, more than one fission. Maybe it is more than two also. So, it is more than two. So, multiple means more than one fission. So, what is multiple fission? Formation of more than two individuals under unfavorable conditions. Formation of more than two individuals under unfavorable conditions is known as multiple fission. So whenever we are talking about the fission, where we are talking about the binary fission, and binary fission is taking place at the favorable conditions. What are the favorable conditions? When there is a plenty of food, there is plenty of water, and a temperature is also, environmental temperature is also good. Favorable conditions are consider these conditions. And when you're talking about the multiple fission, where the formation of more than two individuals under unfavorable conditions. Unfavorable conditions means against of the favorable conditions. So there should not be a plenty of water. When there is lack of water, when there is lack of food, and there is no environmental temperature to reproduce, at that time the multiple fission is taking place. So you, for example, amoeba and plasmodium perform the multiple fission. Now see in this picture you can see this is a parent cell. It has a nucleus, and this parent cell getting this nucleus or this parent cell is getting divided into many nuclei contained in a cyst. Okay, here it is a sac-like structure where all the nuclei are getting divided, many nuclei are formed, and cyst bricks and daughter cells are released. In this way, the multiple fission is taking place. We will just see in detail about this multiple fission. See, amoeba stops the formation of pseudopodia and thereby movements whenever there is a lack of food or other types of adverse conditions. I told you what are the pseudopodias. Pseudopodias are the false feet of the amoeba. He extends his false feet to move in the water. So amoeba stop the formation of pseudopodia and thereby movements whenever there is a lack of food and other adverse condition. If there is a lack of food, there is no favorable condition, what he do, he stops his movements. He stop extending his pseudopodia. And what he do, see here in this picture I'm showing you the pseudopodias. These are the pseudopodias. These pseudopodias, he stops for extending his pseudopodias, means he stops his movement when there is a lack of food or lack of water, or in any advanced condition he stops this, and he becomes, amoeba becomes in a circular or rounded in shape. Here see, you can see he has stopped his extending pseudopodias and he has become a rounded in shape. And here you can see in a red color, he has formed a protective covering around plasma membrane, around himself. He has formed the protective covering. Okay, so what happens in multiple fission? Amoeba, which shows the multiple fission in advanced condition, where the lack of food is there, lack of water, or maybe any other environmental condition, he stops extending his pseudopodia and forms a protective covering around himself, and he becomes a rounded in shape. See, and that protecting covering which is around the plasma membrane, inside that plasma membrane you will find a fluid that is nothing but the cyst. Okay, that is called as a cyst is a liquid filled sac or a bladder, or you can say a cavity around an animal or plant containing a liquid secretion. Here, the amoeba himself form a cyst around himself, and he is inside that cyst. Okay. Now, what happens? The nucleus, whatever the nucleus are present, they start dividing. Okay, nucleus is getting divided as well as cytoplasm is getting divided inside that cyst, inside that protective covering. Okay, so one single amoeba is getting divided into many nucleus. The single nucleus is getting divided into many nucleus, as well as the cytoplasm which is present inside that, that is also getting divided. Okay, so you can see here a small balls like structure, that is nothing but the small amoeba. Okay, they are formed inside the cyst. You can say these are the amoebulae, small amoebulae present inside the cyst. And after multiple fission, the parent cell does not exist. When there is a favorable condition, favorable condition comes, what the cyst or that amoeba do? He breaks off his cyst and give rise to, releases all the small amoebulae. Okay, in the favorable condition, what he do? He releases all the amoebulae in the environment. In this way, the multiple fission of amoeba is taking place. But after multiple fission, the parent cell, whatever the parent cell was there, he does not exist because he is giving rise to the many new organisms. So this is a multiple fission. Okay, got this much? See, here in a single picture, I want to show you that amoeba, here it is a single amoeba present, and that amoeba stops performing his all the activities. So he stops extending his pseudopodia, becomes in a circular shape, a rounded shape. He forms a protective covering around himself. That is nothing but the cyst. And then he starts dividing himself. See here, he starts dividing nucleus and his cytoplasm, and number of amoebulae are present inside that cyst. When there is a favorable condition, what that cyst do? That cyst, whatever the cyst is present, that cyst breaks down, or and the inner side, whatever the amoebulae are there, they are released in the environment. After releasing, the parent organism, that is uh, parent organism that does not exist in the environment. So this is a multiple fission. Now next type of asexual reproduction is budding. The type of asexual reproduction in a unicellular organism is budding. Now we will learn little bit more about this budding. Budding. Budding is a form of asexual reproduction where a bud or outgrowth from the end or side of the parent organism emerges and develops into a new organism. Budding means where the bud or a small outgrowth is forming on the parent cell, and that outgrowth or the bud or bulge getting matured and it is getting cut off from that parent cell and start living individually. That process is known as budding. So where the budding is taking place, the budding is taking place in the yeast. Now, what is yeast? Yeast is a single celled fungus that ferments sugar to produce alcohol and carbon dioxide. It is a yeast where you are commercially a product containing living yeast cells that is used in baking to make dough rise and in the making of alcoholic beverages like wine. Okay, so here when we are talking about the yeast, in the picture you can see a small granules or a strip also present there, just like a cube. Okay, so these are this yeast is nothing but the unicellular organism and they are used for the making the dough puff. Whenever you are making, you are adding that yeast, you are when you are preparing a cake or you are preparing bread at the home, you are adding, or in a commercially also we are adding yeast to rise the dough. Okay, and in alcohol, in preparation of alcoholic beverage we are using this. Okay, this is nothing but a single cell fungus that ferments the sugar to produce alcohol and carbon dioxide. Now see, again you have to perform a one activity to see the budding in yeast. What you have to do, you have to take a conical flask and in that you have to take a 50 ml of lukewarm water. What is a lukewarm water? It should not be hot water. A lukewarm water, which is very warm, lightly warm water. You have to take 50 ml of this in conical flask, and you have to add active dry yeast powder. 5 grams of active yeast dry powder in that conical flask. Okay. Then what you have to do, you have to add sugar also. A 10 gram of sugar you have to add in this conical flask. Okay. And after adding this, you what you have to do, you have to stir it. You have to stir that conical flask and you have to keep that at a room temperature or warm place for an hour. Okay, here you can see a conical flask is stirred, and then that is kept at the little bit warm place at the warm temperature for the hour, 1 hour. After an hour, what you have to do? Again, you have to observe this aqueous solution, and then you have to take a clean glass slide. Then put a drop of that water on this clean glass slide with the help of dropper, and then you have to cover it with the cover slip with the help of pointer without having any kind of a bubble inside this cover slip. Okay, when you have placed the cover slip properly, you have to observe that slide under the compound microscope, and after observing this you will see this kind of a picture where the parent cells are showing small bulges or small bud around themselves. Okay, this is nothing but the birds, and you can say they are reproducing by the budding. Yeast reproduce by an asexual method called budding. Here the parent cells are showing small birds. Each and every parent cells are showing small birds, and these birds are then growing up and becoming mature to uh, live as a parent cell. Okay, so yeast produce by an sexual method, sorry, is produced by an asexual method called budding. See, the picture is showing here These are the yeast cell and budding in yeast. Here, see, these are the parent cell and they are showing a small bird over here. This is also a small, see, this is a small bird. This is also a small bird on the parent cell. So under microscope, you will see this kind of a structure. Okay. So this is nothing but the budding in yeast. See, we will just learn more about this with the help of these diagrams. In this microscope, you will see this picture where you will see a parent cell. Parent cell is having a bud. He shows some outgrowth and the nucleus of the parent also is getting divided into that bud. See, the parent cell is a single cell, okay, a fully mature parent cell. It is getting a bulge on his body, and that bulge or that outgrowth where the nucleus is also getting extended, and that nucleus also getting divided into two. You can see a daughter nuclei where you can see the nuclear division. In that bird, the nucleus is also getting divided, and after some time this bird matures and gets separated from this body of the parent cell. Okay, and they start live independently as a daughter is cell. Okay, and they are dividing by mitotic cell division. So here you can see a budding in yeast where the parent cell gives a bud or it shows the little bit outgrowth on the body, and the nucleus is getting divided into two. That is nothing but the daughter nuclei, and that bud which develops into a mature, it becomes mature and gets separate from the parent cell and start living independently. So this is a budding in yeast. See, this slide shows how the budding is taking place. See, this is a parent cell. Parent cell, each parent cell shows the outgrowth, and that outgrowth getting separated from the parent cell and start living independently. So we will make individual copies of our cell. They are exact copies of the parent cell because they are dividing by the mitotic cell division. I think this much is clear to you. So, today we have learned about the sexual reproduction and sexual reproduction in unicellular organism. What are the unicellular organisms? One cell organism. In that, the two types of fission is taking place, that is binary fission and multiple fission. Binary fission is taking place in three ways, where the simple binary fission, transfer binary fission, and longitudinal binary fission. Amoeba is taking, amoeba has no specific shape, so he can divide himself in any plane. So it is known as simple binary fission. Paramecia has a definite shape like a shoe. He divides himself transversally, so it is known as transverse binary fission. And Euglena, which has a flagella, and it has a definite shape, it divides himself longitudinally. He divides himself into two longitudinally. That is why that is known as longitudinal binary fission. And this binary fission is taking place in the favorable conditions. And when we are talking about the unfavorable condition, where there is a lack of water, lack of food, and any environmental condition, at that time, multiple fission is taking place. And multiple fission is taking place. I gave you example of amoeba, where amoeba is a unicellular organism which moves with the by extending pseudopodia. He stops extending his pseudopodia when there is a unfavorable condition, adverse conditions, and he becomes rounded in shape. He forms a protective covering around himself. Okay, and that is nothing but the cyst. and he start dividing himself inside that cyst, and cyst breaks open in the favorable condition and releases the number of amoebulae in the environment. Then we have moved towards the budding. This is a second type of the asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms. So here you can see in this slide, budding, the parent cell has a small outgrowth, and that outgrowth also matures and separates from the parent cells and give rise to the identical copies of the same parent cell. That is, here you can see parent cell is dividing mitotically and giving identical copies of the new organism. This is called as a budding. Okay, now we will go for this question and answers. So if you know the answer, just raise your hand. You just have to fill in the blanks here. The first one is amoeba divides by dash fission. Okay, sorry. So who wants to give answer? Just raise your hand. Here I can see Anjali. Anjali, can you hear me?
Unmute.
Unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Tell me your
मैम
answer. हाँ
आपने
हाँ,
फर्स्ट
लेकिन आगे आगे again you can give an answer. See, it is coming. Sorry. Okay, you can go for the second one.
ओके मैम.
हाँ.
Paramecium divides by transverse binary fission.
Very good, Anjali. It divides by transverse binary fission. Very good, Anjali. Now the third one is Euglena divides by dash binary fission.
Ma'am,
Uh,
longitude.
wait. Don't give chorus answer. I'll call out the names. Khushbu, I can see Khushbu Idrishi from Tilak Nagar. Khushbu, can you tell this answer?
Hey, Krishna, chup.
Yes, Khushbu. Okay. Sandhya, if you want to give an answer, you can.
Yes, ma'am. Answer
Okay.
is longitude.
Very good. Yugnila divides by
Longitude.
longitudinal binary.
Longitude.
Yes, longitudinal binary
Yes.
fission. Okay. The fourth one is kindly mute yourself, everybody. Is reproduced by, here I can see the name. I'll just call out the name. Wait. Here
Reprocess.
Mahi from
Pi.
Anchal. Anchal.
हाँ यस मैडम मैं आंसर बोल
Yes.
रही हूँ मिस मैं
हाँ.
आंसर बोल रही हूँ
हाँ, just give the answer for this question. Is reproduced by
पेरेंशियल
ah?
पेरेंशियल
Okay. Okay. Ruchika, I can see here Ruchika. Ruchika, just unmute yourself.
Budding means
Okay. So is
पेरेंशियल
reproduces by budding. Okay. So is reproduces by budding. So you all have
Budding.
understood all these
Yes.
binary fission and budding in the unicellular organism. This is the asexual type of reproduction. Okay, now if you want to ask any doubt, you can ask me now. Okay. Anybody is having any doubts? I'm ready to answer your questions here. I think today's topic is very simple. Okay. Nobody is having any doubt. Okay.